billionaire Sir Richard Branson has just reached the edges of space and has now given himself the title of astronaut. The craft that took him to the edges of our planet had been in development for over 17 years. He described the flight as being one of the most incredible things he's ever done, and is now looking at creating buildings on the moon and around our planet, mainly for space tourism. He said the following on social media: "There are no words to describe the feeling. This is space travel. This is a dream turned reality. I was once a child with a dream looking up to the stars. Now I'm an adult in a spaceship looking down to our beautiful Earth. To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do. I've dreamt about this moment since I was a child, but going to space was more magical than I ever imagined. Welcome to the dawn of a new space age. My mission is to turn the dream of space travel into a reality. For my grandchildren, for your grandchildren, for everyone. I've dreamt of this moment since I was a kid, but honestly nothing can prepare you for the view of Earth from space. The whole thing was just magical." End quote. This trip is an impressive one, as it's the first time that a space tourism pioneer has tried out their own crafts, which means he beat fellow billionaires Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Others though said that Richard Branson was so preoccupied with spaceflight that he didn't realize the mysterious objects that were flying below him. Some people took to social media after watching the event and asked if anyone else saw the strange objects, with one person describing them as glowing white balls and said that these things were able to keep up with their craft. Those who saw them said these weren't debris, as they were clearly flying underneath the Unity spacecraft. One person said this: "I can't have been the only person that saw those strange objects during the recent Virgin mission," while another person said they thought it was a glitch. The objects allegedly only appeared in the frame for a few seconds, but it was enough for people to question what these things were. Interestingly, for years now people have been seeing these mysterious crafts next to spaceships, and although some have said that they're nothing of interest, due to them being able to fly at incredible speeds and changing direction at will, it's caused amateur researchers to question what these things are, and why they seem so interested in our missions. The height that was reached by the Virgin mission was 85 kilometers, or 282,000 feet or 53 miles, so this means that whatever was following them also reached these heights. These mysterious objects may sound like nothing more than people's imagination running wild, but recent reports by officials have shown us that top officials have been tracking these things for decades, and those who have been brought on to help explain what they are have said that the more they study them and the more they interview eyewitnesses, the more they struggle to explain what these things are. Various databases have been created to help pilots and other eyewitnesses to get their story out there without being judged. Although things have changed in recent years, if going back years ago a professional came forward with their encounter, many of them would have lost their jobs or been demoted, causing countless sightings to go unreported over the years. One interesting report was that of the 2007 Alderney UFO sighting. In 2007, two experienced airline pilots on separate flights reported seeing the same mysterious object, and said it was hovering off the coast of Alderney. Captain Ray Bauer was flying a plane of 5 passengers from Southampton to Alderney when he noticed a bright light in front of him. At first he assumed the light was from a reflection of the sun, but when the light remained completely stationary he began to grow cautious. Taking out a pair of binoculars to observe the light in more detail, he saw it was cigar-shaped, with a green area, pointed ends, and was emitting light downward. Bauer would later state in his 9 years of flying, he'd never seen anything like it. Even more strangely, behind this light Bauer saw a second identical light. Conscious of the safety of his passengers, Bauer continued with the flight. After landing, Bauer asked the passengers if any of them had seen anything unusual, and a number of them reported spotting the same stationary and luminous light in the sky. Some were so convinced by what they'd seen that they'd agreed to submit a report and go public with their sighting. When Bauer told air traffic control what he'd seen, they said that a similar report had come in from Blue Island pilot Captain Patterson. Patterson's flight had been further away from the lights than Bauer's, but he too had reported a yellow object and said it was some type of mysterious phenomenon. The sightings did not end there though. BBC Radio Guernsey reported that a couple had been on a walk and returned to their hotel, inquiring about two bright yellow objects in the sky above Alderney. Even more concrete proof came in when it was shown that Jersey's airport's radar had picked up on the two objects. Bauer and Patterson were convinced that they'd seen UFOs. Skeptics have argued against this and proposed that the lights were either a military aircraft, a sundog or airflights. For some, the description of the two lights could have been secret military aircrafts. The presence of such aircrafts would be extremely dangerous and illegal, and notably the Ministry of Defence and French military both issued statements and said that they had no military exercises going on. Secondly, astronomers have put forward the theory that the two lights were caused by a sundog. Sundogs usually appear close to the sun and tend to be coloured. While the description of the sundog fits the profile of the lights Bauer and Patterson spotted, what's problematic is that the two lights were reported at an altitude of around 2,000 feet, much further below the sun than sundogs would be, with others saying that the pilot would be aware of what a sundog is and wouldn't mistake it for a flying object. The third and final theory put forward was that the lights were the result of earthlights, sunlight reflected from the Earth's surface. Earthlights appear as luminous and coloured objects, but once again, while they fit the profile of Bauer's and Patterson's lights, their location does not. Earthlights do not occur over water, and the lights Bauer and Patterson reported manifested themselves above the water. So what do you make of these mysterious objects? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.